I'd like to give a reminder to the noble lords, especially on the government side, that those clauses that are being removed were themselves argued for as a necessary legal shield to the internal integrity of the United Kingdom and its sovereignty. And I'm asked now, or told now, that the government is content with assurances. I'm not sure that many Leave voters are content simply to be assured. It feels, and goodness knows he may be surprised when I say that the noble Lord Adonis made a very important point when he said, only at the beginning of the week, I didn't anticipate this debate. Many in the House didn't anticipate that these clauses would be removed, and now we're told to be assured. And yet they were crucial clauses only last week. And I therefore at least want to raise the question of trust and whether we should be expected to simply trust. It does sometimes feel as though some of us have been marched up a hill and marched down it again. Yes, we know by whom. As an aside, noble lords, I rather like a heckling atmosphere. I'd prefer it wasn't just when I spoke. But anyway, with absolute due respect to the noble Lord Judge, who speaks so eloquently about constitutional and unconstitutional principles, and I've listened very carefully to for many years, not simply in recent weeks. I was rather disappointed, or I would be disappointed, in addition, if, and I think it would tarnish those principles, if it was thought that the decision was made because of the strength of feeling in this House. I would rather think that it was because the government was satisfied by debates, rather than that this House, rather unconstitutionally, might get in the way of parliamentary sovereignty. I think there's a danger there of, and some of the comments made, of being rather self-aggrandising and self-congratulatory. But the main point for me, as the noble Baroness who he made so very clear, and the noble Lord Dodd emphasised, is that Northern Ireland is being treated separately, a different entity. And some, I'm afraid, seem to relish this. Indeed, in many debates that I've sat through in this House, I felt as though the 2016 referendum of the whole United Kingdom was actually being used as an excuse to interpret devolution as some kind of federalisation of the United Kingdom. And interestingly, one noble lord, even today, cited that 56% of Northern Ireland voted to remain in the European Union. Of no matter if you believe in the United Kingdom. Of no interest if you believe in the... Yes, here we go. If we believe in the United Kingdom. There will be those who would say that the debate about the unity of the United Kingdom and the status of Northern Ireland might be contentious. But that is a different debate. A different referendum would need to be called, a different issue. The United Kingdom was asked in 2016 whether it wanted to leave the EU. It voted to leave the EU, all of it, and yet one part of it is now actually to be held in thrall, to a certain extent, to the EU, a body which, I'm afraid, I do not entirely trust to respect the integrity of the sovereign rights of the United Kingdom, and therefore I am not content, my lords.